Stop carrying yesterday. Live free today. Introduction. Hello and welcome back to Linguisync. I'm your host, Jamie Walker, and today we're talking about something that touches every human heart. Stop carrying yesterday. Live free today. We all have moments that hurt. Maybe it was a mistake you made, a person who left you, or an opportunity you missed. At night, those memories often return, whispering, "if only." And the more we think about them, the heavier they feel, like stones on our shoulders. But here's the truth. The past cannot be changed. You cannot rewrite yesterday, no matter how much you replay it in your mind. What you can do, however, is release it. You can forgive, let go, and step forward into a brighter future. In this episode, we will walk together on that journey. From pain to peace, from regret to hope, and from yesterday to tomorrow. Part 1. The weight of yesterday. Carrying the past is like walking with a heavy backpack. At first, you may not notice the weight, but step by step it becomes heavier until it slows you down. Every regret, mistake, or painful memory adds another stone to that bag. The longer you hold it, the more exhausting life feels. Many people believe they have no choice but to carry these memories forever. They repeat thoughts like, "I cannot forgive myself," or "I will never forget what happened." These words keep the bag on their shoulders even when it could be put down. Freedom does not come from denying the past, but from choosing to release it. The first step toward letting go is awareness. Ask yourself, honestly, what am I still holding on to? Whose words still hurt me? Which mistake do I keep replaying in my head? When you recognize these burdens, you gain the power to remove them. Awareness is the key that opens the door to healing. Once you start to let go of these heavy stones, life feels lighter. You discover energy that was once trapped in regret and pain. You begin to walk more freely, breathe more deeply, and see new possibilities ahead of you. The past does not disappear, but it loses its control over you, and that is the first step toward real peace. Part 2. The trap of if only. Two small words can create a very big prison, if only. Many people spend years repeating these words in their minds. If only I had studied harder. If only I had spoken more kindly. If only I had chosen differently. These thoughts seem harmless at first, but they keep you stuck in a loop of regret. Instead of moving forward, you circle around the same memories again and again. The problem with if only is that it offers no solution. It invites you to imagine a different past, but the past cannot be changed. No matter how many times you replay it, yesterday will not rewrite itself. The energy you spend on these thoughts doesn't change what happened, it only steals from the time you have today. To escape this trap, you need to replace if only with what now. This small change shifts your focus from the past to the present. Instead of saying, "if only I had worked harder," you ask, "what can I do now to improve?" The first question locks you into regret, but the second question opens the door to growth and action. Every time "if only" enters your mind, try to challenge it. Ask yourself, is this thought helping me, or is it holding me back? If it is holding you back, release it and focus on what you can do today. Life is not built by imagining better yesterdays. It is built by choosing better actions right now. This is how you step out of the trap and begin to move forward. Part 3. The past as a teacher. The past is often seen as a prison, but in truth, it can also be a classroom. Every moment you lived, whether joyful or painful, carries a lesson inside it. Mistakes reveal where we need to grow. Disappointments teach us patience, and heartbreak shows us the depth of human emotion. If you choose to learn from yesterday, it becomes a teacher instead of a burden. The problem comes when we refuse to see these lessons. Many people replay the pain again and again, but they never stop to ask, what did this teach me? Without reflection, they repeat the same patterns and face the same problems year after year. Life keeps giving the same test until we finally learn the lesson it was trying to show us. Turning the past into a teacher requires humility and honesty. You must be willing to look at what happened and admit your part in it. Ask yourself, what could I have done differently? What did this experience reveal about me? What new strength did I gain from it? These questions transform regret into wisdom, and wisdom becomes your guide for the future. When you accept yesterday as a teacher, the pain does not disappear, but it changes shape. Instead of being an enemy, it becomes a source of growth. You carry the memory, but not the weight. Each lesson learned becomes a tool for tomorrow, helping you build a life that feels lighter, freer, and more meaningful. Part 5. Forgiving yourself. Forgiving yourself can feel the hardest challenge in life. Many people hold on to guilt for years, punishing themselves for mistakes they made long ago. They replay those moments in their mind and say, "I should have known better," or "I can't believe I did that." This self-punishment becomes a prison that keeps them from moving forward. But being human means making mistakes. No one is perfect, and no one is expected to live without error. Mistakes are not signs of weakness, they're opportunities for growth. Each wrong choice teaches you something new about life, responsibility, and compassion. Without mistakes, you would never discover your strength or your ability to change. Forgiving yourself does not mean ignoring the past or pretending it never happened. It means accepting that you did the best you could with the knowledge and awareness you had at the time. Now that you know more, you can do better. True forgiveness is a promise to yourself. I will not let my past define me. I will use it to guide me. When you release guilt, you make space for healing. Your heart becomes lighter, and your energy can focus on building a better present. You stop living as your own judge and begin living as your own supporter. Forgiving yourself is not an easy step, but it is one of the most powerful choices you can make toward peace and freedom. Part 5. Forgiving others. Forgiving others can feel even harder than forgiving yourself. When someone hurts you, anger and pain feel natural. You might think, if I forgive them, it means what they did was okay. But forgiveness is not about agreeing with the wrong. It is about choosing peace for yourself so their actions no longer control your heart. Holding on to anger is like carrying a burning coal in your hand. You hope the fire will hurt the other person, but in the end, it only burns you. The person who hurt you may have moved on, but you are still holding the pain every day. Forgiveness is the way to put down that burning coal and free yourself from the fire. It is important to understand that forgiving does not mean forgetting or trusting again. Forgiveness does not require you to welcome harmful people back into your life. It simply means you no longer allow their actions to poison your emotions. You release the bitterness so you can live without chains. When you forgive, you give yourself a gift. You choose freedom over resentment and peace over anger. You may not be able to change what happened, but you can change how it lives inside you. Forgiveness does not erase the past, it transforms your future.
Part 6. The Rear-View Mirror. Life is often compared to driving a car. In front of you, the windshield is wide and clear, while the rear-view mirror is small. The reason is simple. The road ahead is far more important than the road behind. If you spend too much time looking backward, you risk missing what is right in front of you. The past is like that rear-view mirror. It has value. You do need to look at it sometimes to learn, reflect, or stay aware. But if your eyes remain fixed on it, you cannot see the opportunities waiting in front of you. The more you stare at yesterday, the harder it becomes to notice the beauty of today and the possibilities of tomorrow. Many people drive their lives while staring into the rear-view mirror. They replay old mistakes, failed relationships, or lost chances over and over. Eventually, this focus causes them to crash into the present, missing joy, love, and growth that could be theirs. Just like a driver must look forward to move safely, we must focus our attention on the road ahead of us. Your future is the open road beyond the windshield, wide, bright, and full of new chances. Look back only for a moment to learn, but then shift your eyes forward to where life is waiting. Yesterday is small, but tomorrow is wide. Choose to drive your life with your eyes on the horizon, not on the mirror. Part 7. Building a new future. Letting go of the past is only the first step. To truly move forward, you must also build something new to look toward. If you do not fill the empty space with hope and purpose, your mind may return to old memories. That is why creating a vision for your future is so important. It gives your heart a new direction. Building a future does not always require big, dramatic changes. Often, it begins with small but meaningful steps. Waking up earlier, reading for 10 minutes a day, or speaking kindly to yourself can be the foundation of a new chapter. These daily actions may feel small, but together, they create powerful change over time. Think of your future as a house. A strong home is built brick by brick, not all at once. Every positive habit you practice is like placing another brick on solid ground. With patience and consistency, the walls rise, the roof forms, and suddenly you have built something strong and lasting. The more you focus on building tomorrow, the less power yesterday has over you. When your heart is full of new goals and dreams, there is no room for regret to take control. Each step you take toward your vision is a reminder that you are not defined by your past. You are creating your future. Part 8. A Story of Freedom. Stories often teach us more than advice alone because we see ourselves inside them. Let me share one about a man named David. For many years, he carried anger toward his father, who had abandoned him as a child. Every disappointment in his life felt connected to that wound, and the bitterness followed him everywhere. David blamed his father for his struggles at work, in relationships, and even in his own confidence. The pain was real, but so was the chain it created. One day, a wise teacher asked him a question. How long will you let your father's choices control your life? That simple question opened his eyes. He realized that although his father had hurt him once, he was the one choosing to relive that pain every single day. Determined to break free, he tried something different. He wrote a long letter to his father, pouring out every emotion: anger, disappointment, sadness, and longing. Instead of sending it, he chose to burn it. As the paper turned to ashes, he felt a release he had never experienced before. For the first time in years, he breathed without the weight of hatred. That day, David discovered what forgiveness really meant. It was not about excusing his father's actions, but about freeing himself. The past did not disappear, but it no longer controlled his present. By letting go, he stepped into a life that felt lighter, clearer, and more open to joy. His story reminds us that freedom begins the moment we stop carrying what was never meant to stay. Part 9. The Gift of Today. Yesterday is already gone, and tomorrow has not yet arrived. The only moment we truly have is today. That is why it is often called the present, because it is a gift. Every day gives you a new chance to live differently, to make better choices, and to create memories you'll be proud of. Too many people spend their lives trapped in regret about yesterday or in worry about the future. But while their minds wander, their today slips away unnoticed. Life is always happening in the present moment, not in the shadows of the past or the dreams of the future. When you choose to focus on today, you gain back your power. You cannot change what is behind you, but you can decide how you speak, act, and think right now. A kind word spoken today may heal someone's heart. A small step taken today may bring you closer to your dream. What you do with this moment matters more than anything you did yesterday. If you use today with care, your future will naturally grow brighter. each day becomes a building block for a stronger tomorrow. And when today turns into yesterday, you'll look back with gratitude instead of regret. The gift of today is simple, but powerful. It is the place where life begins again every single morning. Final thoughts. My dear friend, life may not give us the power to change the beginning of our story, but it always gives us the power to shape the ending. The past may have left scars, but those scars do not define who you are. What defines you is the courage to stand up, to learn, and to move forward. You are not the same person you were yesterday. You are wiser, stronger, and more ready to live fully. The past might whisper to you, reminding you of mistakes, regrets, or pain, but you don't have to answer those whispers. You can choose instead to listen to the voice of hope that says, "Today is a new chance." The truth is, you carry the pen in your hand. You are the author of the next chapter, and it can be filled with peace, love, and new beginnings. As we close this episode of LinguaSync, I want to leave you with a challenge. Ask yourself, what part of my past am I ready to release today? Write it down, say it out loud. The act of naming it is powerful. It turns pain into choice and choice into freedom. Remember, moving forward doesn't mean forgetting. It means deciding not to let the past control you anymore. I invite you to go to the comment section and write this simple sentence. Today, I choose to let go of, fill in your own answer. Maybe it's regret, guilt, anger, or fear. By sharing it, you are not only freeing yourself, you're also inspiring others to do the same. Thank you for listening to LinguaSync. I'm Jamie Walker, reminding you that your tomorrow can always be brighter than your yesterday. Until next time, keep moving forward with courage and peace.